Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Don, what's up, man? Goofy, what's up? We got a webcam. What's happening, people? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the kind words, Don. No stress. Goofy, what's up, what's up? All right, peeps. We're building today. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. We got some time, so we're going to try and put some stuff down and do some expanding. So last time in our kind of abridged stream, our little shortened stream, we set up this diluted packaged fuel blueprint. Pretty handy, worked pretty well, and built it out here. Now, I could probably have done this better in hindsight, but it is what it is, and it's kind of here. So we're just going to kind of rock with it. I think it'll be all right. You know, it is. Like I said, it is what it is. But this is kind of what we're working on, so we can make a lot of power. That's the goal. Power is the goal. That's what we want right now. Congrats, man. That's sick. That's it. That's a big moment. Throw some sloops in there if you want. Speed the whole thing up. Excuse me. Okay, so this is a row of 8. It is all stalled out. So that is making 480 fuel per minute. We can run that into like 9.6 generators or something like that. Mainly overclocked. Oops. So I think that's what we kind of want to figure out. My first thought process was to put them here. Here. I just worry about space. And if we do want to try and put more water extractors in here, I do kind of worry about that. So I think we would have to put them above them ever so slightly. So I think that's kind of what we were trying to figure out last time, if I remember correctly. I think we got rid of like the middle portions here so that we could build up on these levels. And yeah, I think that's kind of the idea. And then over here, that would be basically like the generators would kind of be in this space right here and like kind of take up that middle area, and then we should have more room. I think that was the plan. That kind of feels like it. And if it wasn't the plan, it's the plan now. So that's what we're gonna go for. Now the best way to go about this is, I think we're just gonna kind of build from underneath and then go from there. Thanks, man. Thank you. I spent way too much time trying to like make this fit into a blueprint, but I mean, I'm kind of glad that we did, because it does look pretty sick at the end of the day. I appreciate you, man. They do take a lot of space, I know, and that's my concern. So I'm just like, I don't want to get sandwiched in here, but I think this would work. So let's call that our baseline, right? And then our next row, we are going to still take a gap. So let's do that. Okay, what do you... Oh, that's fine. I definitely blew this up last time, and I think they come back. Unless you, like, build something over them. Hold it. Wait. Nope. Somewhere. It's gonna do it. I mean, that'll work. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Alright, so let's nudge down and over, like so. Alright. And then... yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I'm thinking, and whatever pillar stuff is showing, we'll just delete that, or maybe too high, probably too high. Let's think. We do have to worry about the height. We don't really want to go too much taller, I don't think, into there. So let's just see first off, what does this look like? Okay, that's kind of not terrible. Is that even... That literally fits in the floor. That's actually crazy. Wait, what? So we could just stamp them on there. And just call it a day, I think. Would that work? Would that be in the way, though, of these water extractors? Because, like, on this side, if we want to tile this, we also have that rock over there. Yeah, those rocks are a pain. I think if we just move it over, it would work. That way. So I think if we go sloop hunting, yeah, man, yeah. I think that's all of us in that moment. It's like, oh, I could just wait, and then you wait like 5 minutes, and you're like, I can't wait. Still no coffee mug? I did get the coffee mug. Yeah, I just pulled it out. Didn't I? So, like, yeah, I wonder if we get it pushed over enough, maybe we do just build that snap to it. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I always have to remind myself every stream that I have it, and that I should, like, hold it because I have it, and it's less annoying than, like, constantly arming the Nobelisk, you know? Alright, so if we did something like this, right? That's not bad. We could get rid of that whole back strip. We could turn this into a blueprint, maybe. Probably not, but at least the... Oh, I'm running out of fuel. I bet. At least the fuel generator part and, like, the pipelines we could. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, that is a bit behind. That's alright. That's alright. That's what they're there for. Smart, Goofy. Smart man. Smart man. Yeah, they're all there, though, for you. That's the beauty of it, ain't it? Alright, so these take up 3. And I haven't been able to bust the recaps, really. I have just been too busy with stuff going on. I gotta get back into that. Alright, so let's see. I'm just curious what this would actually look like. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Alright, so let's run out. These are backwards. Yeah, like that. I don't know, let's just run out of few. We need to be able to build 10 of these. Something about it. I don't know if I actually need to be blueprinting all of this necessarily. It's not that hard to do. And I should be overclocking these. Okay, so we want to... Let's take a look real quick. So... Currently, we have 16 of these. Let's split this up. Into our 2 rows of 8, so we can just kind of get a better idea of the numbers, and then that also might help us with routing routing stuff where we need it. So you should do that one and that one. And then we're going to have to send another line off that way. I think we'll probably try and put like the slooped packaged fuel and the smokeless powder in the same line to just keep stuff flowing a little bit easier. Buy some bullets. Oh yeah, you should do that. You should definitely do that. The rifle is OP, and that's actually really why I want that stuff, so we can just make rifle ammo whenever we want. Okay, yeah, so then let me just drag this guy down here for the visual. So you're going to be a part of that line. Just that's all we need to know. And then here, it also will make more fuel. This is the beauty of power shards here. It should be 24 generators, but if we overclock that all the way, it becomes 9.6. So, you know, reduces it by 2.5, which is really good. Or 1.5, sorry. I don't know. Don't listen to me with math. I'm not good at it. So what we can get rid of here... Did we decide which one was better, packaged fuel or empty canisters? I think it's better to do empty canisters in hindsight. Hey, Neff, my man, what's up? How we doing on this fine Saturday? Alright, so we're going to overclock that. Oops, copy please, not X. And let's start hopping over. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to do that is because now when I select it, it'll already have the power shards. And I guess I could just do this. It's kind of slow, but it's a little less hopping around. Thank you, man. I'm doing all right. I can't complain, really. In the grand scheme of things, things are going all right. So I appreciate that. Yeah, they do hum, man. They really do. They're letting you know that they're working. It'd be really funny if they just like, as a bit or something, they just like replace the sound effect with like a Formula One car, like a hypercar. It's just like a V10 one, you know? It's just like ripping. That'd be a fun little Easter egg or something. Okay, so we got 6. That is our 7. We have 8 here, and it's fine because we can go to the other side. We already kind of established that. I'm kind of torn now on whether or not it's worth doing this or just direct feeding. Yeah, that's exactly how the fuel plants sound. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's fine. Just let me have it, man. Just let me have it. Because if we're making 60... Oh no, it's a lot more generators. I was going to say to have it direct feed in. I think this is just what we do. I think it's fine. It's a little silly to run it out to run it back, but... it's going to kind of be what it is, because I don't really want... What I really don't want to do is have it be feeding in and pulling from the same line. I'd rather all of it go into the line and it get forced down one way, and then it all get forced down the opposite way, basically, and pull from separate parts. Because I think if you do too much in one, that's when you get a lot of like sloshing and stuff. Oh, even different fuels, that would be cool. See, there's so many good ideas. There's potential here. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Maybe this will be the reason I learned how to mod. I feel like that's a good start. Alright, so we're just going to bring this all the way across. So we're still in line, right? We got that line lining up there. We know that's on grid then. So that's all good. Good luck, Goofy. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him, soldier. see. So we go here. We could start again. I guess over here is fine. Kind of just skip that whole nonsense, right? And we're at 7, so we need 3 more. So I think that's good. It's got the stuff, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, 8. And then... So we have 2, so we just need... Oh, wait, are we at the end? We're not at the end. So we could take this... I guess let's just go all the way? Yeah. Why not? Like so. And there we go. Yeah, and I think we're still gonna go that way. Come back this way. And we'll be happy about it. Here. Yeah, I guess we don't really need that one, but we're gonna go to the end anyway, so we'll let that be. That we don't need. Clear that out. And then here we have to just change that ever so slightly. So the goal is to consume 480. Oh yeah, we're going for fuel power now. We're going to be making a lot of fuel power here. So yeah, the goal... Yeah. Is to consume all of that fuel. So a normal generator consumes 20 per minute. We're overclocking it 3 times. So it's going to consume 50 per minute. So it's basically, 2.5 generators worth. Which means we built 9, so we're consuming 450. So we only need this last one to consume 30. And that'll balance us out. So what we should have is 480 fuel production and 480 fuel consumption. If I've done the math properly, and we all know how that goes, so let's find out where I went wrong. But for starters, we gotta hook stuff up and kind of go from there. So this is the one part where a blueprint definitely would have been smart. It would have been worth it. There is something to be said about putting the walkway down here and just tearing all of that out. Is that something we would want to do? I don't know. I don't think so. I kind of like how it's like open and stuff. It feels like cooling grates and stuff, you know? Like a heat sink. So we do that, and then obviously you have to come back and figure out power. I might be tempted to get daisy chaining here for this purpose. Alright, so we're gonna do our through the secret tunnel, you know, Avatar fans out there. Through the mountain. That's fine. And we could do that just to stay a little less out of the weeds. Oh, I gotta go over. Okay. That's a little too much in the weeds, so we will bump this one out. Alright, so that is... I think that might just be in a bad spot. I'm going to be real with you. So ideally we'd like to go there. We could put another wall closer, just to make sure that we actually can make it. Is that straight? It is. Yeah, okay. Whoops. Try again. Let me make my life easier temporarily. Kind of a fan of doing that. I've really started to try and think of like building in this game kind of more like Minecraft, where like sometimes you need a thing to build the thing on, you know? Like you have to put a block down to place a couple of blocks and stuff. Like, I'm trying to think of that. That's also the only like building video game that I really have much experience in. So that's probably the main reason why I'm thinking about that. It has been working. Okay, so that's good over there. We probably add a wall in here somewhere. Yeah, like over here. Well then, would this one be fine after all? Probably would. Yeah, it's fine. We already built it, so just leave it. I'm not gonna be building that all over again. Now we can just grab it from there, and that should make it to the other side without too much headache. Okay, and then we can continue down here. So I'm gonna try and not get too distracted today, famous last words, but I'm gonna try. See if we can get at least the power plant running. I would really like to get the power plant. But like also by all means, please feel free to distract me and stuff. It's good practice. Alright, so again, make my life easier. Stuff to build on. What's up? I don't know, for some reason that felt like wrong, but it seems good. I don't know, does this work? Yeah, it does. Oh, that's good. My eyes are just playing tricks on me. And then we can get rid of those foundations. And then that should tie into the support system below it. So it should be less floaty, kind of like it is up there, yeah. So we go here, and... here, we're just gonna go straight mode over and in. That'll all start filling up. We have a bunch in reserve, which is really nice. So these should fill up pretty quickly. Fill up. I think I have like a bunch of coupons. I do. Okay. And I should have screws. I do. Talk to me, awesome shout. How much are some high-speed connectors? Because that's what I need to... Can I buy those? I forget. Oh, I can. So 100. All right. And I need... what? So I don't want to buy a lot of these. Oh, hello, hard drive. Sure. Ethereum computer? No. Hey. Because I asked nicely. Okay, cool. So we got that. Let's not worry about that right now. That's future stuff. Oh, we got it, so that's great. What am I looking for? Ethereum. Thank you. Okay, so I need 50 and 200, so I have to buy a stack. That's fine. I have steel pipes, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're just doing a little bit of skipping ahead, I guess you could call it. I don't really look at it that way. I'm just saying using your
Parts
resources.
purchase confirmed. Promotion delayed by X
Yeah, you
times
can delay
part
it,
value
whatever,
plus
Ada.
fix-it stock value.
Are we supposed to save the day or what? That's what I thought. Okay, that one I can buy. Nice.
Power pole Mark III unlocked. It has significantly more power connections compared to the previous models.
Here. Lovely. I would like those, but I'm not too worried about that.
Upgraded power connectors
Those are
unlocked.
good. We want
Buildings
those.
now support 2
Probably
power
pretty much.
connections, any of which may be attached to other buildings.
Alright, y'all ready for this? No copyright strike, please. Can it reach? Yes. Oh man, doing that without using a mod is an insanely good feeling. That'd be so good. Might be a good idea to put some of that fuel in a container at the depot. Yeah, I grabbed all of this because I tore down. Well, no, it's false. The diluted packaged fuel design, I put packaged fuel in it, so I just did that. It wasn't a good idea, I don't think. But I did that, so we'll have to get rid of that, yeah. That's why I have it though, so I could build that blueprint a bunch of times. Alright, one thing we do have to very rapidly do, actually, I'm just realizing, is shut that all down. Because hilarious. The rubber has nowhere to go, and I need to set up an awesome sink for that. So we're gonna do that, and also these are not lined up, which will look bad. Okay, so you guys are just a little too far forward. We can deal with that. Don't need that there. Because, yeah, I just remembered that. I was like, oh, yeah, our rubber line is not doing a single thing. And those guys were not in the right spot. I think I lined it up to the front instead of the back. So let's see. Should be not doing that. That's definitely not what we want. Okay, it should be like that. Let's go check. Check your work. Yep, that looks good. So that's got that, and then we just gonna drop these in. Maybe. Whoa, yeah, sorta, kinda. Feeling lucky. And then we drop this out by 2, and we can reconnect all of this. Cool. Alright, so that'll refill. Let's go. Yeah, that's all starting to rip again. But even that will shut down because these guys are not working. So just the quick fix for that for now is we're just going to look up an awesome sink. Really wherever we can. Right down here is perfect. It's not even going to be on grid. It's going to be just on a low platform. So again, I just want to get power running. Get things stable. Okay, so our rubber is currently going up. Let's change that. So that'll start clearing the line. That'll get things working again. Let's get a ladder. And yeah, that's gone pretty soon, honestly, because we want to send that into pretty much all this rubber is going to start going into, I guess, versatile frameworks. Although realistically, we should start on modular engines. Let's take a look at this real quick while that clears off. So we're making a bunch of rubber here. 300 of that can go into versatile frameworks. A bunch of it stays here as well and goes into Ethereum computers. Oh, that's right. We're not even making the rubber for modular engines here. That's over at the Gigafactory. Yeah. Got to do this a couple times. Oh, goody. We'll be good at it by the end of that. Okay, so that's right. This is just electronics and like building stuff and then versatile frameworks. So probably should have started at the other place, but you know what? It is what it is. It's fine. We're getting the practice here. Okay, so disregard what I'm saying. Let's just sync all of this for now. And then we'll upgrade versatile frameworks because we may as well, even though we don't necessarily need it right now. We have it, so we may as well do it. And it'll make us pretty happy. Alright, so that's all pulling back up. Yeah, these lines drained out pretty badly. What are we doing here? You're getting there. Alright. Those guys stalled out again. Very good. Cool. Do we want to throw any sort of power switches or anything like that in here? I don't really think so. I think we're good with this just looking right up and doing what it needs to do. I kind of really want this whole thing, like with a switch and everything, actually, as a blueprint, but with nothing else in it, which I think we can make pretty quick. Because that would be good for stuff like that, where it's like, we want to be able to say what it is, what it's doing, in situations like power production. But I don't need all these belts. But this way we can tie into like the factory grid a little easier and cleaner. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave that. That's fine. And that's all good. I'll leave that because most of the time we will want that there. Alright, so we're going to call this... What are we going to call this? Empty lift section, I guess. And we'll just put a ladder here. That's the wrong directory. Let's put this over in building down here. I should really clean this up. It's kind of a mess. But it works. It works for now. Alright, so... Nice, okay, and we didn't build the ceiling, so the ceiling we can build at the right spacing. The bottom, no one's see that. I guess I could push it back. We could, probably. Would that be an issue with the extractors? I don't even know if you can put extractors here. Let's see. We can. Sorta. Yeah, no, I mean, we definitely could. So that side clears, and then it's really just a matter of this. Mission Reaper, hey, what's up? How did you get your modeler like that? Oh, sorry, let me pop back over. I just saw your message, my man. So over here, top right corner, 3 lines. You're gonna go settings, style, connection style 2D. Snap machines to grid, yes. And that's really the big one, I think. Because otherwise it looks like that, which is a nightmare. Or like that, which is also crazy. 2D. That would actually kind of terrify me if a drone just showed up in my room. I'd be like, oh no. And then yeah, like light mode, I don't know. Sorry to flashbang everybody. I did not think that was going to happen. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but that was rough. Okay. Light mode is a big one. My bad, folks. That was bright as shit. Holy crap. Okay, but that's the main stuff there. There you go. Whew. Wow. It was very, very bright. Alright, so what was I trying to say here? I think... Yeah, drones, they're scary. There's no other way to put that. Drones are scary. Alright, let's clear this out. Let's see if we can keep it on grid. That would be, I guess, better. Oh, hello, hello. Okay, there we go. We're all here. So let's go like that. And I think we'll just have to build the extractors out there. I think it'll be fine. Because this, I just don't want to cause like headaches for us up above, basically. I don't think this would. We could just offset it, but just let me have it, you know? That we will just run down. And then that would mean... Here, we should be able to... Oh, is that the one too many? Or now I can't see it. I wish you could, like, click... Can you click through the pages? Oh, you can. Oh. Learn something new. There you go. Okay, so we want there. Yep. Hopefully this isn't going to be completely in the rocks and invalidate the entire point of making it. I think it kind of is. Cinema, comedy, incredible. Yeah, you know, I'm somewhat of a gamer myself. Okay, well, concept is there. Hold R with the rifle and just make sure that it's actually like selecting the homing ammo. Sometimes mine doesn't. Okay. Well, I mean, we still get power in here, I guess, now. We can do it in our own good enough way. Got you. Okay, so now we're syncing that. This should be full. Is full. Okay. We are good here. We got that. Alright, so the power switch does nothing, which is kind of comedy. So we could just ignore it, I think, actually. Right? Like, I don't think the power switch does anything. It just separates it out from the grid. Like, they still run. They just don't supply power to the grid. Which I guess is line to have that control. And here we go again. So now we fire all these guys up. And there we go. Alright, so those will get ripping. You have a lot of fuel sitting here, so I might come back and do stuff out, or if we come back and see that things have drained out, then we know that I made a mistake. Gotta check that stuff. But I think we should be good. Alright, so let's drop in these bottom supports again. I'll get rid of the ones that are out of alignment. Literally on my screen, it was right there. It's just so amazing. I love it. Go there, we go there, we go there. I actually probably should snap this one. Actually, probably. And the English language. I was like, I am nudging this, right? Yeah. So, just like 4, should be lined up like that. It's kind of hard to tell, but it feels correct. If we have to do some funky stuff here, I'll do some funky stuff there. Mainly on that side. I might just be able to build them in. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to find out. So that side should all be working. Let's check on switch. Very nice. So we now just effectively doubled our power grid, right? So if we throw the switch right now, grid A, which is generators, it's producing 6,625, and we were producing 6,825. So we essentially doubled our grid, which is very nice. Gives us plenty of overhead. Can here and let's do that, and we can say 6,000, what was it? 250? 6,625. 6,625 megawatts. Level 1 of 1. Alright. That's pretty nice. I think that looks okay. Now we can come back with our ceiling. Oh, it lines up. Oh, wait, it lines up. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, yeah, of course it lines up, right? And we can stack whatever we want on top of here because they don't interfere at all. Which is awesome. I think I learned last time it's easier to just build the walls by hand. Let's see that. Nice. I feel like sloops aren't too bad. Oh, here we go. Why are you guys in? Interesting. These guys are kind of weird. Is it that they're on the same? So, did I build too many? Awesome. That's possible. Oh, I sure did. Wait, what? I built 8 here, and I thought I counted 6. Yo, I gotta ask how many playtime hours you got on this? On this save? 100. 100. In the game? That's a personal question. No, I'm just kidding. Like 2,000 something over the course of like several years and a lot of streams. Okay, so this one then, that was too many. That one's the last overclock one. Yeah, this is my game. Like I love this game. People play COD, I play Satisfactory. You know what I mean? And there ain't nothing wrong with people playing COD. So with this we go here. And just drop all that. Have you tried the True D version Factorio? Yeah, I love Factorio. That's great. That was like the first factory game I ever played. That'll always hold a special place in my heart. I love Factorio. I gotta go back and like actually beat Space Age though. So the lines are flowing. Let's see, let's shut that off for a minute and let's let fuel just start getting in here. So it's gonna take a minute, I think, for things to catch up now. I'm wondering if there is any way to kind of improve flow, or it's kind of doing it on its own. It needs to hold around 480, or you know, ideally not do that. That's not great, but we are not running perfectly right now, so we kind of just use that. Let's see. So we've got, we're holding steady, but I want to see these lines filled up. The issue is we're only getting like 80 fuel per minute down here, and there's a lot of pipelines to fill, and these generators as well. But they're getting there. They're getting there. So what I think I'll do split some of these and stop them from running. There we go. And last one. That'll just let all the oil run back down the line and get caught up. I guess while we're waiting. Let's see, we go here, we go there. Stop jumping over. And that all looks okay. Alright, so let's do what? I really should figure out over here if I kind of get away with what I just did, or if that's going to be a problem. Something tells me it might be a problem. It's not great. I can just blueprint through that. I could also make some adjustments. But yeah, it being up here would actually be way better. Okay. So then I wonder. I guess it really won't, it doesn't matter, right? Because the top is fine. Oh, that's so true. I don't know why I was like, yeah, forgive me for doing this. I don't know why I was so like hung up on the bottom lining up, because the top is separate. I don't know why in my head I was like, oh yeah, the ceiling and the bottom are the same, like placed at the same time, but they're not. They're different. So I don't have to worry about that. So we can go here, we can stay here. We can get rid of this row, and then the water extractors will like tuck nicely in here, and then hopefully with the grid just continues. I think that should work pretty well. Okay, last time, I swear. Let's do something like this, and nudge it up, and build it out. Alright, so we want that there, that's good, and that there, that looks good. Alright. Just because I have the jetpack doesn't mean it's the best tool in the toolbox. I gotta kind of remember that sometimes. A little jumping around all over gets to be a bit much. Let's go there, we go there. And I should be safe to build this one. And then I can nudge over from either one, really. Alright. That's all stalled out. Let's try firing it up real quick. Is why we're kind of hanging here for a minute anyway. So we go back, we go here, and in. Again, I have a walkway. Alright, so let's see how that does. Hopefully we hold steadier there. And yeah, like I said, I'll probably have to go back and help these out, but they should start to work. I guess I really don't need these. Well, I definitely don't need these. but I guess I don't need them to go that far out anymore for sure. I'm gonna cut that a little early. Alright, so up here, we can get this to line up for me. Should be good. And then over here, I just need it to show up and line up with that corner right there. So it should shoot into frame in a minute. Hello, there you are. Right on cue. Thank you. And that's what we want. Oh, really? That's crazy. So this one, oh, I just had it. There it is. Nice. Okay. So that looks good. And then for these, we could just snap to this. Let me just put the foundation. So that should line up, yeah, the blueprint, which it does. Nice. All right, so that's all grounded. Excellent. That's all clear. I didn't leave anything behind. Awesome. All right, so we can do the rest of ceiling. That's when I noticed that these weren't working. Middle of this part. Right. And yeah, one more. Very good. Walking's too slow, but running's too fast. I need a intermediate fast walk, please. For this one particular use case, and not really running. Sweet. Alright, so pretty sweet. I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. And the fact that it all tucks in nicely into the footprint is really what we were going for. So now we have all that real estate to build probably the electronics factory. I think it makes sense to build up here, but we don't have to. That really depends on where we find a bunch of Caterium, but I think we do have some nearby. But all right, that's only half. We have to do that again, so we're gonna get that part going. These guys are what? Probably mad about heavy oil residue, if I had to guess. Yeah. Let's clear all of these out. And we can just make sure that everything is running, everything's working. And I didn't kind of mess anything else up. Because if I did, I'd rather find out now than when I'm relying on this power and I suddenly have an issue. Alright, so that's all running. I might do the same thing here with the... Yeah. Because I need this to unpackage. Otherwise, we're just like running on like a couple canisters. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I think I know which one you are in. Like the big one, right? Near the rocky desert. And those are all emptying out. Okay, good. Those will all probably emptied out to fill in generators and stuff, so that should be all set. These tanks are holding full though. Good. Okay. And let's take a look again at the generator real fast. Good. Do you have... Still some stuff not happening. Really. What's the one in the big... Oh yeah, that one's awesome. That one's awesome. Okay, something... Something's not happening here. So we should be able to power 9.6 generators worth. 480 fuel. 9 times 50 is 450 plus 30. What's going on? Is it something here with like fuel getting... Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I forgot I met you. That's so unfortunate, bro. I'm sorry. What's going on? Built enough of these, right? Should be 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6, 7, 8. It's so weird. It's like fuel's not getting here. I need a pump? Is there a flow issue? We should have the head lift for that. Is it this? Is fuel not getting in here? Okay, so it's getting in there, but it is kind of slow. This is usually why you want to drop down. Could bring that out and around and put a pump in the line, just to kind of force flow and make sure that there's enough head lift down there. So it does seem like that's kind of an issue. Let's see, what are we looking at? So it's moving. It's moving a lot of. Let's see. I don't know if getting rid of the wall hole will help at all. I don't think so. It's very strange. Like, the headlift should be fine, because we should be up to there, according to the wiki. I'll just put a pump in the line and see what happens. So otherwise, that's what we're making. We're making 480. So we should be consuming 480. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what might be causing that. Let's really sort it up. I just throw a Mark II, so we have to fix the railings here at some point. I mean, there you go. It just might not be enough of a drop, honestly. And it is just kind of a long, straight line of pipes, so there we go. Let's see. It's drying. It wants to. Yeah, there you go, man. You should be good. It should be able to make it. I don't know what all that is about, though. It's like a little strange. Let's do this one more time. I'll let the whole system get, you know, primed up, ready to go. Just make sure that nothing's consuming fuel. We'll let all the pipelines get totally filled. I have heard that can be factor and stuff kind of acting weird. The way we'll know is we'll see flow rate basically just drop down to absolutely nothing, kind of like it's doing right now. Okay. Fluids. So try this one. Second to like recover after each startup. Okay, so there's 8 there. Here's 9. That's 0.6. Either of these are marked 1s, right? By accident or something? No. That is... that flow rate just like slamming all over the place is so weird. Running. How are we doing over here? It's running. Okay. Maybe that was it. Yeah. Okay, so you are providing a very little amount of a very small amount of head lift, but that's kind of fine. You are jumping a little all over the place, but alright. Long straight runs like this usually are not super great. And I probably should have yeah, this should be up higher. That's actually that is probably the main reason why we're having issues. I'll be completely honest with you. Yeah, hindsight. We can fix that pretty quickly though, which is good. Okay, remember when I said that was the last time? Add that to the liar counter. I don't know how many times we're at that. Alright, we're doing this right. So, I think the main issue that is hitting us is that because it's all in one long line like that, once it tries to feed into one of the generators, it'll go in, it's full, comes back out, it slams into the stuff coming this way, and then it just creates a whole bunch of problems. So ideally, we raise this up, we drop it in, and then the stuff on top like can just go across, and then if it needs to drop down, it drops down. But mostly just goes straight through. It might still kind of do the sloshing thing a little bit, but it should be much less, I hope. So we're going to take all of these guys out. Take all of these guys out. And we're going to build off that height right there, so that can stay as it is. And let's take this over. Okay. And then I'm going to be curious. I'm going to try this without the pumps first. And I just want to see if this alone makes a difference. It might not, but it might, which would be kind of cool. Or science, as they say. Okay. I'm the one who says that. Someone else. I don't know where I heard that. I forget. But it's one of my go-tos. Alright, so here... yeah, we could just do that. That's kind of fine. It's happily going. Okay, great. And let's see. So then we would take this, nudge it down. And just drop in that way. And who knows, that might work a little bit better. I don't know. But I know this is like the way I want to be doing our hookups for like refineries and stuff, so I would assume it would translate over here. Sorry, I was not looking at chat for a few minutes there, but I think we're good though. So that, I'll get rid of all this, and that, and first line is really just to make placing these easier, and then I want to get rid of it just to make sure we have good connections in between each one of those. Right. that one should be totally fine. Same goes for that. And then here, I might be able to... No, not okay. Here, make sure the music's still going. It's still going. Okay. So let's see if we do that and like that. And then all of this gets redone, even though it probably doesn't need to be. Taking any chances. Alright, we'll let that fill up. Generators should be still good. They're fine. Let's cover it again. You know what, really, I feel like it's like when you build a computer and you put the case on before you turn it on for the first time, and then it doesn't work. You're like, and you just gotta open it up anyway. We're gonna same mentality. Leave it open. Alright, that looks okay. I think we're good. Famous last words. Let's give it a shot again and see how we did. So we go there. And we just run down the row. Troubleshooting. Ain't it so much fun? Kind of is actually. I can't lie. Get a kick out of it. Alright, so it's humming along. We're also no longer doubling our power grid. We dropped like 2 generators, right? So I will go overbuilt a little bit. Or a generator. So we're still doing pretty good. Let's see how are things looking over here in terms of flow rate. That's pretty good. I mean, it's gonna drop a lot. Okay, that's bad. Goes back. See that whole part? That's what I don't love that. I don't really know. These guys are running out again, or are we holding them steady at least? Seems like you're running well. Oh, then you fill back up. So you've got fuel. You've got fuel. Okay, this is sort of working. I mean, that's not good. Just watching this number, seeing if it drains. Okay, they fill back up. It's just I would like it to stay full, right? Like I would rather not see all of that happening. You would think it would, if it had good flow rate, it would just be able to maintain. Alright, so that just might be that is what it is thing. If it's holding, we're good. So it is refilling, which is the important part, and then draining. So it kind of is what it is. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. But I think it's working a little bit better than it was at least before. These tanks are staying full, which is good. So they're providing lots of inlet. good. Like, I could put a valve over here or something, but all that'll do is just push the problem further, you know? The thing is, if I build this again, and it's having this issue again, we're just going to be doing this again. You know, so we may as well try and figure it out now. I really don't want to start doing valve stuff, though. I don't like starting messing with valves. I really want to avoid that as much as possible. Let's try a pump and see what that does. It might not do anything. There's stuff slamming around, stuff's gonna be slamming around. Unfortunately, the only thing that will really fix that is valves, because it'll force flow in a steady direction, but I've had the bug where valves like reset the head lift of the line, which I guess here isn't really a problem, actually. And that's the main reason I don't want to use them. But yeah, here it wouldn't really be an issue, because we're already high enough and dropping in. But yeah, in the Mega Base build, that was like crippling entire production lines because it was like ruining the flow rate. Try it. I mean, is this working now? That like slams back. No. Yeah, like that. You don't. That's not good. In my opinion, at least. Alright, so let's try. I'm just gonna add a valve after each junction. Call me crazy, but I think we're gonna make sure that this is completely charged again, like the whole line, because I think that will affect how well the valves are working. So one there. Do I have one right here? I do. Shut that off. Don't think I've ever used valves before. Yeah, they're not like really required. They are helpful when they work. They just don't always work, in my experience. I don't know. I always feel like I need to clarify that because it's like sometimes people are like, "Oh, they always work for me." I'm like, "Oh." You know, like I'm well aware that it could just be user error for the most part, but the whole idea behind them is you can restrict flow, right? So like you can limit how much is getting through, and once a fluid, they're directional. So like once something comes through it, it can't go back. That's kind of the benefit. So you can kind of like help force stuff to go a certain direction. Yeah, they're nice. They're very handy, right? You know, it's just it can be more of a headache than they're worth sometimes. Yeah, like this whole line is just dried out. Okay, so it seems to have kind of just caused problems. Shut this down again. Okay, so that's all full. Let's try a combo of that and the pump, I guess, and see how that does. Okay, everything's full, huh? We're gonna go real slow at the startup here. So we're gonna go 1. Like real slow. This is the benefit of doing, like, you know, smaller groups. If we still have problems, what I might end up doing is just saying, like, alright, so you make 60, we have 8 in a row, these consume 50, you know, just try and map out, like, a better split, instead of, like, all of them going to one line, and maybe we just have to do couple smaller lines. Just being done. I watched a bit about sloshing and went through the fix where maybe I'll have to look into some of those. It's like I do like trying to solve these problems on my own, but yeah, at some point I'm just like, I don't think I know what to do. There's a tank at the end of the line of pipes after the last power change. Interesting. A raised tank. Okay. So I guess it just like forces stuff. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna see if this works. And if it does, cool. If not. Well. See, like no fuel in this line? Like why is there no fuel in this line? Oh. Who could have done that? That's not possible. Remember that thing I said about them being directional? Yeah, that's my bad. So that could have just been completely my fault. Probably was completely my fault. That's pretty early in the line. Yep, I'll take that one. That's my bad. At least we saw it. It was backwards. It was backwards. Let's take that off again. Let's see if this works without it. Again, I want these pipelines to be full though, because I know that does kind of have an effect on how well these things work. It's going to be trying to fill the rest of the line though. So. A couple of them run. Actually, no, just slow walk this thing. We're going to get this thing to work. This is the struggle sometimes with these things. Clean air is a big part of that. Pioneer air. So we're going. That one's good. Alright. This is the long run, but it should be fine, because there's nothing getting pulled off of it, so it shouldn't act weird. Let's got that one there. Alright, so let's try that for the, I don't know what amount of time. I feel good about this one. This one I think has potential. And we wait a few. Start with the next one. Start the next one. Just keep going down. Okay. See the flow rate creeping up. Alright. Clear speed is not the name of the game here. So I think too, part of what was happening is I was starting so many of them up at once that then they would all pull kind of at similar times, which would just kind of create this huge braking system, and then I don't think that was really helping too much. Alright, let's see, how are we doing down here? The valve should show a pretty steady flow. I guess it's still kind of bouncing around. There's the pipeline staying full. Right here, let's see. Adding, these have been our problem generators, so let's see if these guys finally stay running. Alright, so that's all of them. Raised up the line, added the valves. For some reason this still doesn't work. I guess we can pump that. Let's see, but it really should do okay. There it is. That just doesn't make sense. There's no real... Like, we could add valves on the output, I guess, as well. This might help. Because what could be happening is this is trying to come down, but like over there, you got stuff beating in this way, and it's trying to go in, and it's beating there, and then it's causing a whole bunch of stress. Could be it. It could be a thing. Let's see. Alright, these are at least staying sort of full. We are losing a little bit there, but let's see if this fix starts to help us out here. So yeah, these need to be able to output. I don't want to limit their output, but you gotta be able to get their stuff into the line. Okay, I mean, it shouldn't be 600. It's gonna drop at some point. Okay. So it's still a pretty big drop, but it's hitting 600 and kind of staying there for a second. That's a lot more rhythmic than it was doing before. It was like wham, 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 wham. I'm going over here. I'm over here. I'm over here. It's gonna drop back down a little bit, and then it's gonna go back. Like that's pretty good. The only reason it's not staying there is because we're not consuming 600. If I limited this to 60, which is what we're producing, it would be fine, but I don't want to do that because I'd rather this system be able to send more. So you're not happy with it. Interesting. No, it's doing fine. It's doing fine. Okay. So let's check the end. If the end is sitting full, we should be good. It's really the pipes that we're looking at. The generators have been mostly staying full until they kind of run out. Okay, there we go. That's good. Seems pretty good. It only needs 30 per minute going down here. So even if it drops a little below 30, as long as it recovers, I think we're in good shape. Alright, this is doing pretty good. I think that's the vibe. Okay, so we need valves on the outputs, and honestly, these might not be doing much of anything. I'll be real with you. It was probably the output one, but I'm not gonna take them out right now because I don't want to just have to put them back. What we'll do is we'll add the valves to the blueprint, maybe? Even that I'm not so sure about, because blueprinting valves I could be... Yeah, we'll do it. I think they work, usually. See, the only problem with those, though, is if we do get hit with the head lift bug, this whole thing will stop working. It's the only problem doing that. I'm just gonna kind of hope that it doesn't. Yeah, I think that's just what we're gonna do. We're just gonna hope. So I think we're doing good. Let's see how power graph feels. Power graph feels pretty good. Not I'll take it. But yeah, Don, I'm curious about the raised tank thing. I've heard people doing different things with tanks. I'm thinking for that, what probably happens, right, is the tank like fills, or you let the tank fill, and then it's just kind of sending pressure from both ways. Yeah, we can only hope, right? It's so true. It's so true. It's like 60%, set it up the right way, 40%, I just hope that it kind of works the way you want it to, and you go from there. Alright, so we don't need all these foundations anymore. So we got a top there, and I think that'll finally call this wing done, which means then we could work on the next one. Get more power going. Hopefully it won't be such a pain. But now that we kind of know what we're doing, this wasn't really a pain. It was a little bit of rebuilding. It wasn't too much of a pain. Yeah, it's doing good. It's doing good. Okay. So I think that's fine. I think... What do I think? Do I think we add the valves? I think we add the valves. And then... I'm sorry. I don't want to silence my phone because I just need to be able to know if somebody calls me. So, apologies. Might hear a couple texts. So we want to go here. Or no. Put that in here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. I'll definitely keep that in mind though for the valve thing though, like, because if that does cause an issue, we'll try the fix, you know? If it works, it works. So yeah, I think we just do that. The reason why I don't want to put any in here is because sometimes... No, I think we're always going to go down. I mean, we could do one here too. Basically, it's going to force fluids this way, and it's going to force fluids this way. Because otherwise, this one could feed out, and it could try and go left and right, which we don't want. So that would just kind of force it in that direction. It might be a little overkill, though, but it might not. I don't know. I think I'll leave it off for now, but we can always do that if we need to. Later on, we can have time. That's good. Plenty of time. Okay. Oops, sorry. That's why you don't hold your gun. Alright, I can put those away. And I think we're going in right here. So, for starters, we are already making enough heavy oil residue right here. Yes, Pop. So real. So real. Yeah, so we're already making all the heavy oil residue we need, so we don't have to build any more refineries right now. This guy is not gonna... It's something we decided on. So that's not the right wall. And also, holy flashbang for earlier. Yeah, sorry about that, man. That was not cool. That was bad. I felt so bad the minute I hit that. I was like, whoa. Oh, sorry. Because I know for some of you it's late. So yeah, my bad. My bad. Not cool. I won't be doing that again, I promise. so we got that. We got that. I think we're gonna start our diluted fuel in the same spot because we're building out 8, so we may as well just keep things lined up, right? And I think if we try and build here, we're gonna kind of be in the earth a little bit. So let's clear out some of these guys. Oops. And let's see. Okay, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And this rock might be a little more of a headache, but we could build like one back, like offset a little bit. And we should end at the same part, which should be good. So we'll try that. Alright, up. Okay. And let's see what we got. So, first things first. Let's build this. Actually, okay, let's do this. So we're gonna build over from here. We'll start from the ground up and see if things line up. They should. This will be a good check. So I need to find that blueprint, please. Put me in blueprint mode, maybe. Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Alright, so we agreed that we would be not here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be right there. Put that there. Should good. Okay. Right, and then that actually maybe won't be there because then we would be getting these would be here. Just the ones for the water extractors we can skip. That was at the start of the screen. Need that one again. Should be shuffled. Alright, and then we could build over potentially if we want. I don't think I'm going to worry about. I might line those up. I don't know. Probably not. I don't think it's that important. I don't think these line up either. These chairs will come. Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on. There it is. Okay, how long has it been? Perfect timing. Okay, so we're about to hit 2 hours. Here's what we are gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna shift the setup, still holding steady, into streaming mode. We're just gonna chill here and like, why are you not working? Great. Is it because it's backed up on fuel? It's probably because it's backed up on fuel. Yeah. So that's not unpackaging fast enough, which means this isn't getting any packages. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna fix this really quickly for any of them that need it. It should just be these ones on the end. So that's all coming along nicely. And then yeah, we're gonna chill out here, take a quick break. I will do what I need to do, and then we can build the second row of diluted cubes. Try and put you in a spot where you're not getting like slammed with generator noise. That seems nice. Alright. We will be back in 10. Fishing a few. if you had to go, all good. Peace out, my man. See you in the next one. Alrighty. So, power grid didn't crash. That's good. Generators holding steady. Love to see it. Let's see if we can get this second row down. So, let's see. We take our support here, come in. I was gonna push the first row back, but I'm not so sure I want to do that now. Sorry, nope, that does go here. No, it looks weird. It is what it is. Okay, so that's all good. Yeah, and that's offset from the center because it's the refinery block. Just making sure that's all lined up. That should line up as well. I guess to check. And this here. Seems good. Alright, cool. So that is our generator row. We're going to go down here. And then that means diluted packaged fuel will go next to that. So that's a little different. Right, so that we just go one of these. Wait a minute. Okay, so then that's not what goes there. Sorry. That's what goes there. Yep, like this. There we go. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, and then we go here, and that's where... Oh, so we might not even have to... Oh, nice. We probably don't even have to worry about the rocks anymore. Let's go. A win is a win. A win is a win. That's the right spot. Yeah. And here, should just add the next one over. So again, no gap. We're back on grid. Yeah, cool. Okay. And then we go here. I think that's really all there is to it. Nice. Cool. Okay, so then we go generators down there. We are going to have to, of course, jump over to the other side, which is fine. We kind of already knew we were going to have to do that. This is going to be fuel again, so we can just fill this out by hand. I was going to run over and copy it, but I don't think that's really needed here. It's not too much going on. Alright, and then we take you, nudge up over, and auto connect. Try this one. Much better. Very good. There should be a valve in there. I put one there. Let's see if it's there. Okay, it is good. Alright. And then just to make sure, before I commit to this whole thing, that'll fit just like that. This guy go all the way over. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Then we'll do that whole thing. So that'll be a blueprint. I'm not going to build that by hand. I just wanted to make sure that that all fits. It does. Very good. Cool. So here we go. We're building 8 of these. The rock might be a bit of an obstacle, but I think we can get around it. So that's 2. This is 3. What am I out of? Steel beams. Okay. Good news. There should be a box like right there. It's full of steel and all sorts of stuff like that. And realistically, the slooped fuel is probably going to go out here as well. So we might just kind of run stuff that way, which would be kind of nice because then the plastic line and other line can also just fall down in and just run that way. I think that's probably what we'll end up doing. You should have steel for me. I can just take all that. Get rid of this box. Nice. Alright. Why is that yellow? Let's see. We're just not getting canisters? Yeah. Stuff's working, right? Okay. Alright. Not sure what's going on. Apologies if there's some background noise. Yeah, I don't know. It should be working, but I'm not sure why it's still stalling out. We could delete it out, but I thought I already did that. I think it just needs to catch up. I could put empty canisters in there, but that's just too many for the system. Okay, ignore it. It's fine. It's working. Back we go. So I've added 3, 8. Here, that's 4. That's 5, and that's a little too in the rock, huh? Yeah. It's not bad. It's kind of a little too much. So then do we back up? I don't know if we can back up. Let's see. So let's see, if we were here instead. We could still make those work. So this should be linking up on both sides, which it looks like it is. Okay, because then that's 5, right? Yeah, that's the only downside there, but I think we could... I think I can come up with something for that. So I can't really pull those back. Those are already where they are. The other option is we just build out more into the ocean, which I guess is kind of fine now that I really think about it. I think I'd rather that and keep this stuff kind of in the right spot. That makes sense. Alright, so we're gonna go one more out here. Yeah, because I just don't want to be that into the rock. So here, let's kind of give ourselves a reference point. So this is the edge of the blueprint. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just can't grab that snap point. Take that over. Overclock. Yeah, not for this, because the whole point of this is to produce power. So it's like I don't want to overclock, if that's just gonna reduce efficiency. But what's up, YOLO? How we doing today? Good to see you, man. Right, just walk this over. So I'd have to overclock the whole setup. So this has to go all the way across. Should be good there. Yep, lines up. Okay, nice. Like the name YOLO? Hell yeah. I end up doing that a lot because it's just easier to shorthand, you know? Shorthand it. Make it easier to say quickly. Alright, so that's unfortunate. That doesn't fit there. That would be great if it did. We'll live. Let's go here and get rid of all of that. And drop in our last 4. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, and I can't do it. I can't. Boy. So come out a little bit further. I think we're just going to build a ceiling across that and let the, you know, rest be open. That'll look kind of cool. Yeah, something like that. We'll get that going. So here, we're going to have to do another one of these guys. Oh yeah, going through the whole diluted without blenders, damn. Yeah, we doing it, man. Came up with this little like looped system, so it's all closed in. So it's got 100 packages in here. It'll unload, go into water packager, go into here, make diluted fuel, go here, repeat, and just stay in there. So I never have to make canisters, which is nice. It's a little convoluted, but I mean it gets us there. So here, I say we just go as far over as we can, and then we'll just jump up and do what we did there. And I'm hoping that the pipe situation is going to be a lot easier. So let's kind of just build over from here. So let's say this is where we want to be. Good. Alright, so we've got one line there. We've got one line there. We're actually going to have 2 lines, right? So we're going to have fuel over here as well. So yeah, let's take that, I guess. And maybe not that. We can come up with something that looks probably better. And can I go like here? Yeah. Cool. Alright, so we want the wobble. And I'm gonna try and line that up like so. And that one like so. Should be able to get both of those. I can. Okay. And then let's see. From up above. Just do some of that. Let's kind of roughly start building this in. We'll worry about actually making it look good later. Cool. So that's one side, and then that just so we can get over here. I don't know if we really need it. We'll clean it up. And then over here, probably go to like roughly the same spot because we know that it works. So we should be right here. Sure, I'm only deleting walls out, please. It's plenty of room, and that'll be... Oh, we don't even have to worry about it on this side. Let's freaking go, dude. That's sick. Okay. Can you reach? You can't, but that's fine. We can build, we have the technology. We can repair it. So, you, or maybe you... Can you reach here? No. Trying to see if I can get the longest segment. Nope. Right. All right. Goes there. I should go there. Sweet. Alright, we don't need those. We don't need those. That'll be fine. Okay, so the only side is this side then. That's great. Here. Just go right in like that. The other one's going to be elevated, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Let's hook it up on this side. I'm trying to think. I'm like, we could go a lot closer. Yeah, we can. Let's do it this way. Here instead. And we want to be here. Here. Kind of hard to see. Okay, so that's the inbound line, and then this is the outbound line. That should all be good. And then here, we can just go all the way over. All right, so then that will flow up, out, and down to the end. It'll loop in, and then we'll start working it back into the generators. All of this, I don't know. I don't know. For now, I guess we'll just do that, and we'll probably do some like better build-in situation here when we get to that point. Let's just get this stuff running. Yeah, same for all that. We'll do all the building once we know things are good and I don't have to tear stuff down. Alright, what's next? Let's figure out our heavy oil residue. That line going in. Then we can do water and so this is our main input. We know we're not going to be building anything else this way back. So what I think I want to put in is one of these. Because I also have no idea how we're going to do walls down here just yet. It might just be truss walls, actually, which we could just build. Although this is technically inside. Yeah, so let's put this here instead. I don't know if we're going to put a wall here or what. So like that. I would imagine these can be destroyed. Are these like invincible rocks? Darn you. Darn you and your invincibility. So we'll just have this running. So we can run some like pipelines and stuff, like heavy oil residue and all that stuff. We can just collect it down here. So for this guy, what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna take a T-junction. Time. Okay. And maybe right here. Which is in line with that. I could go up one more and make it in line with that. But I think I'd rather be at 3, because that'll be a lot easier to build our pipelines. See about making that look better. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wonder. That would, okay. It does kind of change it there a little bit. Interesting. Alright, so it's not the perfect place I guess to build that. That looks fine enough, and that works. I don't know why it's all orange. What it is. Alright, so up. And then this we would run over to here, but then it would also split like again. So there's a couple of splits going on here. And I think here is a good use of valves to kind of keep flow going where we want it. Alright, so... I don't know, I think it is worth... It's a lot of head lift, like a lot of pressure built up, but I still think we do something like this. And if we wanted to, we could limit this. I don't think we need to because we have the buffer, which kind of helps us out a little bit here. So yeah, I don't think we really need to limit it because like basically this will allow the system to kind of drop a little bit, to fill back up, to drop a little bit, to fill back up. So it should give us a buffer, literally, to work with. And then same goes for down here. I do like the idea of having stuff there. That's what this one is essentially doing. It's just in a slightly different place. It's better to be here. I don't think we'll add another one here because we have that one there, so it's kind of doing that. And then if that's there, it should be good. And then what we want to have is a row, another row of this time only 6, but they'll all be slooped, and there'll be slightly less generators than our normal row, but we do have to account for that. And then a lot of that is going to be going into packaged fuel. So this is kind of how we're going to be making our packaged fuel. And then we need somewhere for that guy. But that's kind of later on down the line. So for now, that's heavy oil residue. It's flowing, it's filling up. And it's not going to get down here yet, but it should be in the lines. It's not. Oh, because I checked the... Oh, I hooked up the wrong one. Go me. Okay. Easy fix, easy fix. So we go here again. Let's disconnect the line. Looks like there should be heavy oil in there. That's kind of funny. Old pipe. Clear that all out. Get out of here. And then instead, I do love that feature because that does save a lot of time. Very cool. Okay, so that one should go there. And yeah, it's already painted, so we're good. Okay, there we go. So now we should be seeing heavy oil running in. Very good. I was worried about here. I was like, obviously I'm not building it here. Oh, well, whatever. It's fine. I think I was more just worried about the tiling. I shouldn't call myself dumb. It's not true. Anyway. Positive self-talk. Let's see. So that's all fine. That's all good there. For water extractors then, they're gonna technically go here. So okay, so I did give myself the gap, right? Yep, that's fine. And then just ran scaffolding. I guess I could get rid of this. but it's kind of nice to have. And honestly, if we can tie it into that, that's kind of cool. It's just a little flavor. But nice. I like it. I like it. All right. So, ooh, you know what we can do too? Here we go. Big moments here. Easy chain. Technically that line we still want. But just move you there for now. Oh wait, actually. Okay. Let's see. So we have power here. That's where our power's coming in now. Oh, because of that. Alright, so if I just take you. What, I marked 2 outlets? Wait, what? Seriously? That feels like something I should have had a while ago. And we can get Mark 3s too. So where are those? Management? Give me those. Let's just buy stuff, right? Let's get those. Let's get those. I won't grab those right now. I don't think we're gonna use them too much. We used them a lot last time, but take that. Lights we will probably figure out at some point. Not right now. Do you want these now that we have plastic? I like those. Don't really use many of the other ones. Screw it. Shopping spree. Just buy them. We have the coupons. Just buy the stuff. Buy that. Buy that. I think we're just buying everything because we kind of can. I wonder how much we're gonna end up spending here. It's gonna be a lot. I mean, it's gonna be most of the coupons probably. Okay, we got our coffee cup. We got that. Got all the paints. Patterns, I'm gonna wait. Well, whatever. Just do it. Just buy the stuff. It's fine. Don't need a cart yet. We are saving up for that stuff, but that's way in the future. I'm not worried about that. Buy that. Again, I still just don't want to accidentally be mixing those in. Alright, and then I have to buy the stuff to buy those 3. Oh, wow, wow. Really? That's crazy. 182 out of 189. I mean, we're going to do it. What other point is having them except for just buying trophies? But we're going to have that covered plenty. Ta-da!
Humans have long practiced delegating work that strains and tires them to machines. It is
Yeah,
their
we
best
have.
achievement. Simple counting and short-term memory are often
Can't
among
afford
such
it all.
challenges,
No.
which the conveyor throughput monitor is specialized in. Simply add it to any belt, and it will
Alright, so
tell
we
you
need
its
one thing.
throughput after only 1
And I
minute.
could probably get it. Actually, let's see. I do like buying stuff. Don't we all? 23? Sure. Alright, so it was this guy. And I think that was literally everything else, right? We got it all. We could buy a cart. I don't want a cart just yet. Our factories are not really built for factory carts. Cool. So much new stuff. Look at all of it. Look at all of it. Wow. Alright, so with our new fancy schmancy outlet, we can go over here to where we're kind of dragging our power in. Upgrade you, and then that one can link into that one, which can connect. That's cool. And then that means that we can take this outlet here. I don't want to go through the switch. The switch is really for the generators. Go here. And then just go in that way. And they're running. Nice. And then that guy has to stay for now, but now we can get rid of you. Things just start getting a little bit cleaner. Then we go here, we go across. That takes us over and in. Try and do these while I sing. Probably don't need that one, but that's fine. We'll leave it alone for now. Very good, very good, very good. Alright. So, for power... I know I gotta do water extractor still, but... this is where I'm at. I'm just working through it. Never mind. Don't just start emptying out fuel. It's not super helpful. We can run power. Each one here. I don't think I have a better way of doing this right now, unfortunately. Could probably do with some kind of walkway over here. Did we find out, is this right or wrong? Why didn't I fix that before? Yeah. Alright. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. That was silly. I literally knew that was a problem. I just did not fix it. So that's this one. That's all at the wrong height. That's also at the wrong height. Sick. Okay, that should be good. We should see the purple line. Nice. Cross. Run this down. It's all because the first blueprint I used to build this was not at the right height. So that's there. Okay. I don't love it. Could probably just keep it the way we had it. Yeah, it's a little less obvious. All right, so that's all fixed at the right height. Was there anything else that I needed to do here? I don't think so. I think it was just that. Oh, there was. Yeah, you don't need the empty packages in there. Alright, so the easiest way to fix this is start from the end, tear it out, just drop it all back in. It'll be pretty quick. We already have it spaced out, so we can just nudge it to the place that we need. But it'll be a lot quicker than trying to redo all those connections by hand. That would just take way more time than I'm really interested in. That one I don't really have a choice because I already have it running, but I'll do that offline or something. It's not something that we have to worry about. So here, we'll auto connect there. Okay. I don't know why it keeps rotating itself. There we go. Right. So we already snapped here. So all I'm gonna do is go like that and just nudge. That one's not going to connect. Those two should. Alright. And then we have to build 3 more of these, right? Should be one past that. Here. Alright, so that is all good. Can do power on the way back now. No, I need that. I wish you could like dim. Can you dim the flashlight? I don't know if you can. That'd be crazy. It'd be nice. It's like sometimes I don't need it that bright, you know? Hello? Weird. It's there. I can select it. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. So the whole reason I did that is because I wanted to build these beams over and run power on them. And I noticed that they were at the wrong height. Okay. And then here should be like pulled all the way down. Looks good. Okay. And yeah, I think we will do this. Not that, but that here. Figure something out there. We feel it's necessary. Although we might be able to tie back in to like the water extractors and stuff. So yeah, maybe we will do something. All right, so here. Power is on this one. So there, we can take this one across and back down. This one will be a little different. Okay. So you're still there, that is what it is. That I'll leave that one open because I haven't built that line yet, or I did. Okay, never mind. Have it there. Exposed. Good. That and then I have way too many options. It's nice when it's just the ladder and the railing. There, that's fine. And then kind of just becomes its own little thing here. Figure that out later, but that's good. Alright, so that's all of that. We've got power partially back. Finish that, and then we can do water, and then should be startup time. So I already have the awesome sink. We have enough heavy oil being made. So otherwise, we're kind of good. Got a bunch of empty canisters now. It's fine. We're gonna say fuel. We're gonna say 480 per minute and 1 of 1. Alright. So we went there. Just double check that I am laying this out the right way. We do have the gap. Confirmed. So yeah, I built in the middle there. So let's go here. Doesn't matter because we're just building at the water's height anyway. That. So that's kind of not needed. There's that. And then this one, yeah, just send down as far as you need. We should be able to fit these in pretty close though. I don't think you're a problem, but I just want to get rid of it. They're a problem. Get rid of it. And let's see, I guess we go here. Makes the most sense. And that's our water. So over here, what did I do? same up next to it. Okay. Guess that's fine. Guess that's what we'll do. So... I don't have supports over here? Is that why it doesn't... Yeah. Okay, so maybe that doesn't work, because if I take you... Brightness... Extreme... Let's try that again. Just get rotated. There's so many things here, holy cow. So instead it would be like that. So yeah, not quite where we would want it, but we could figure that out. I think what I might do, yeah, is just run here. We'll go up, over, and in. I think that'll look a little nicer. And then we could just go straight in. Alright, so let's figure out that first. I'll just move the pump back here. And maybe we'll run it off that instead, so then it's kind of connected to the same power line. Alright, so we have a little bit of water in the tank that should cover us while we make this switch over. Good. Alright. And then we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that, which now makes this probably be fine to be a Mark 1 again, right? Yeah. Alright. Nice. That feels pretty good. That we can deal with later. Let's do the same thing over here. And go from there. So, yeah, this one we can fit the extractors in pretty much anywhere from here forward. I don't want to crowd that area. But once we're in the refinery blocks, we are good to go. I was gonna say that's not centered on anything. And let's just keep these in decent shape, and we just need 4 of them. Nice, good guess. We'll do one more. Down here, let's do this stuff. think that's actually snapped. It is. Oh, and we could just do that. That's fine. Let's see if I can. Oh, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, come on, come on. Alright, last one. Yeah, there we go. Very good, very great. And then we could even do... the generator row, maybe, sort of. We can get the first one. Let's start from here. Alright, I don't know how many here we're gonna need. I just know that we can't fit all of them here. It's probably gonna be about the same as the other side. So let's start with those. So we need the same amount, which is nice, 9.6. So we want them lined up there. Yep, it should be in that row, which it is. And then it needs to be actually back one. That is good. I did say I wanted to do blueprint of these, and I think I can actually, which would be pretty good. So we should be able to fit 2 of these side by side. And I'll just push it to the back. Oh, hey, Goofy, welcome back, man. What's up, what's up? Welcome back. Alright, so what kind of spacing are we talking about here? So just basically, this is halfway into the grid, and that's halfway on that. Oh, hello. That's fine. I like it down here. I want it to be down here, actually. That's cool. Good progress on space? Yeah. I know. I'm honestly, all of this, I'm like, I was just saying at the start of the stream, I was like, dang, we really should have done this the other way around, but it is what it is. Where I should have been upgrading the other factory. So that I could spend time working on modular engines, but we're gonna make power here, and then I think literally next stream I'm jumping over to the other place. We're doing this again, unfortunately, making rubber, and then we're gonna make our modular engine setup going. Because that's really what we need. I could hook up like faster versatile frameworks, but we're already 3/4 of the way there. I don't really think I need to. In hindsight, you know. Nice, bro. Congrats. Congrats. Is 1,000 out of 1,000 pasta? There, let's go there, and we have valves over here. Not enough room there. That wouldn't be a bad spot to put one, honestly. especially with the headlift bug thing that can happen. That would be a better spot, but it's fine. This should work out well, so we're just going to call this 2x fuel generators, and I don't think I overclocked them. Sure didn't. Okay. 2x fuel gens. We're just going to add this into the deleted fuel directory because these four all kind of just go together. Cool. So we can clear that. And here. Oh, you're like there, bro. Nice. You're almost there. Let's see. So once we get one, the rest should just snap in. Feels pretty good. So that should be right in the middle. It is. That should be right on the back. It is. And this should be right in the middle, which it is. Here we can go auto connect, sort of, kind of, maybe. Uh-oh, I'll be doing that. Don't need you to do that, that's for sure. Blueprints and blueprints are always a little funky, but that's why we have H. H is our friend. Hologram doing a lot for us. Alright, so here we only need one. But I can just hand build that guy, it's fine. It could probably be a little more effort than it's worth to try and get the blueprint all deleted easily. I think this is fine enough. We're capable. We can hand build every now and again. It's there. Get through here and okay, so on this row we were only able to get 7. Yeah, so we need 3. Yeah, 3 more over here. So let's see. We just get that. Should be it. So it should be, oh, too many. Back there, that's good. Okay, so that's the generators lined up. That's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. I have no issues there whatsoever. Okay. And then that means generators will line up with us. Awesome. That one there. I don't know what this is all about. Are they all doing that and I just didn't notice? Or is it just that one? Oh yeah, weird. Wasn't all of them, just some of them. So it's the first one in the set. Interesting. Yeah, this is some weird auto connect stuff. I honestly just don't have a good feeling about leaving that there. I feel like something is gonna get messed up. I didn't want to take that guy though. So, valve. After all the endpoints, and yeah, we're just gonna probably adjust the blueprint to just not include them. Right. Although, you know what? This would be a good test of... Nah, I'll leave them. Because I think they are going to make a difference. But I was going to say, it would be a good test to see if the... just having the valves on the inputs... or the outputs of the... what do you call it? The tanks here. Sorry, I was drawing a blank. There, go there, and then over here it's just these guys. I'll just build this last one by hand. Right height, good. Right, that's not gonna cooperate. Cool. Alright, so that's all good. We can drop that one down. And I think we are ready to start firing things up. Let's get the water extractors going. Okay, I guess I stopped building these. Oh, probably when I realized I had to hook up the water, yeah, and then I realized that whole thing was a little out of alignment. Makes sense, makes sense. So we're good all across there. And then I think, yeah, we'll just do something similar. So for here, so we're gonna do that. Kind of jump under. Clear all this back. I think it might honestly be worth doing something like this. It's small, but I think it'll help here and there. I need you, and you, and then now I should have pretty free shot in there. Alright, so build a blue one, go straight mode. Right in. Alright, will this one line up better? It should, right? If it reached, that's fair. There, and up. And you can drop a valve. And we just have to get power in here. Alright, so for this one, we said we're doing the sloop row here, which means we'll want the empty lift section. And let's see, so we have power in here. That, and then we said we would just take this one. Alright, so they will start filling up. I want the whole system to fill up first before I start turning these on. A chance to do what they need to do. Alright, I guess we could label this, right? Well, is this it's technically the generator row, I guess, so it's also the water row. We could put 2 signs. So we'll do power. This sign is actually wrong now because it's less than 4. So we have 9.6 times 675, 6,480, 625, 9.6, 625, 6,000. Okay. Yeah, and that tracks because we're a generator short. Right. Cool. Alright. So nice just to have the production of each row. This is another 6,000, which is pretty good. How are we looking on water? Getting there, getting there. Okay. Is there anything else this row needs aside from actually being connected to the generators? It's kind of important, I guess. What happened there? Wow, okay. Like the sun went down and I fell in a hole for 2 seconds and got so disoriented. There. And that should take care of that. Alright, so aside from actually connecting up power and turning this place on, I think we're all good. Those guys are still running. How we doing over here? We're getting there. Yeah, those lines are pretty much full. That's good. Let's take a quick zoom out here. Yeah, it's getting built up, that's for sure. It's getting built up. All right. Oh my god, why is the song so it wants to play tier 1. It just desperately wants to play tier 1. The shuffle is a little, not so good. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah. I do have to build this walkway at some point. I just want to see. That's all full. That's good. All right, let's just do this real quick. Now we're gonna just go out. We don't actually have to go up. This should be pretty easy. Those are really good to go. We're just waiting on water here. We want to see this built up, so we got a lot of pressure ready to go. Does not seem like most of it. Oh, I need a pump in here, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Details, details, details. Alright, so I think the other one is like right over here. There it is. Let's get rid of those guys. Anybody else hanging out? No? Good. Okay. Important. I'm surprised it made it up there, really. Is that only 10 meters? Like, I'm surprised they made it here at all, I guess is kind of what I'm saying. There you go. Alright, nice. So, that guy's good. That guy's good. Is good. Off you go. It's gonna start getting sent into there. It's gonna take a pretty good while, but we'll get there. All right, so we can cross this off. We definitely did that. I don't think that's our goal anymore, to be honest with you. Oh, we still needed high-speed connectors. I should have been running hard drives. No. This is devastating, and I'll never financially recover. Do I have any more hard drives? I have two. Well, I guess we didn't lose out on that much. Okay, so we have... Let's go over this really quickly. We have, like, all of the recipes that we want. Except for silicon, high-speed connectors. So I don't want to take anything yet until we're absolutely ready. But then we'll go through and grab those. Oh, we are over 90,000 versatile frameworks. That's pretty good. And these guys are getting started. All right. Here. We don't have to throw that switch yet. That's kind of fine. While we're waiting for that to get started, we can start laying out the final row, which I hope we can fit in here. It's a little crowded now that we're getting here. Yeah, that's going to be a problem, huh? Alright, well, we might be going out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we won't be laying that out right now. What time is it? Oh, it is basically time for me to wrap up today. Well, I feel pretty accomplished, I think. We're starting to stockpile fuel. We're starting to stockpile fuel, good, which means this whole thing should be pretty much full. It is, which means these guys should be pretty much full. They are. Okay. Let's wait a minute or two. He should fill up in a couple of minutes. Although now it's draining. I don't know why it's draining. Still more to go, I guess. Let's go down to the end. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, so you're still filling up. Good. So that's almost to the end. It's doing really good. It's doing really, really good. Nice. Okay. Get rid of you? No. I'm just gonna hope I'm gonna load back in. It's gonna be gone. Be like, alright, so I don't want to fire up until those guys are full. That's a few minutes out, and I can go for wrap up. So, fortunately, we won't get this one started up right now, but we'll do that in the beginning of the next stream. But we still got a lot done today. I mean, this is everything basically that we built today, which is quite a lot considering we've only been going for about 3.5 hours. So that feels pretty good. There you go. That's nice. Sweet. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for hanging out. I got a jet, but it was a great time. Goofy, good luck, man, with the rest of your playthrough. I think you're gonna finish up pretty soon, so good luck, have fun. We will probably be back live on Monday. Hey, what's up, Joe? How we doing, man? Yes, sir. Thank you. You too, man. Have a good night. Oh, hey, Oliver. I'm literally just wrapping up. Caught the last 30 or so. Nice. You could always rewatch. Hell yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate you, everybody. Yes, we will be going live probably again on Monday. Monday might be a busy day, so we'll see, but I'm gonna try. If I have time tomorrow, I might go live tomorrow, but no promises on that one. Monday guaranteed. So yeah, appreciate y'all hanging out. Sorry, Oliver, I got a jet, so but you could rewatch it. It'll be up here. We built diluted fuel though. But yeah, I really gotta go. So I'll catch you guys soon. Everybody take care. Peace.